nobody wants to admit it yet. Not rival fans, not the media, not even some Manchester United supporters themselves.
He's won a few games, even though the football's not been great. I think this is a terrible decision.
But underneath the chaos of the last 2 years, something has completely changed at Old Trafford. And it started with one of the darkest periods the club has experienced in the modern era. Because under Ruben Amorim, Manchester United were not just struggling tactically. The entire atmosphere around the club became toxic. The dressing room looked divided, players looked frustrated, and confidence completely disappeared. But one situation quietly became the symbol of everything going wrong. One of the most talented young midfielders England had produced in years suddenly stopped playing regularly. Instead of developing him carefully, Amorim repeatedly left him on the bench. Weeks passed without consistent starts. And internally, reports started emerging that Mainoo was becoming frustrated with his lack of game time and role inside the squad. At one point, there were genuine fears he could consider leaving the club if the situation continued.
Kobbie Mainoo cannot leave Manchester United under no circumstances. Player FC, we're here, live and kicking.
Think about how insane that sounds. Manchester United nearly lost one of the biggest midfield talents in Europe because the manager simply did not trust him. And while the Mainoo situation was quietly damaging the future of the club behind the scenes, the results on the pitch became embarrassing. The collapse against Bournemouth at Old Trafford, the humiliating defeat against Crystal Palace, the defensive disaster away at Brighton. Fans were no longer shocked by bad performances. They started expecting them. And then came the Leeds United match. A 1-1 draw that ended up changing everything. Not because of the result itself, because of what happened after the game.
I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach.
During the post-match interview, Ruben Amorim openly hinted at problems between himself and the board. One quote immediately exploded across football media. "We cannot move forward if the people above are not fully aligned with the project." That single sentence told everybody the same thing. The relationship was finished.
That Manchester United have sacked Ruben Amorim, okay?
And honestly, most people believed the season was already beyond saving. Then Michael Carrick arrived. And immediately, Manchester United started looking like a football club again. The first thing Carrick changed was the system. Back to a traditional back four. Compact midfield shape. Clear positional structure. Simple football. And suddenly players stopped looking confused. The distances between the defense and midfield became tighter. The pressing became organized. Possession finally had purpose again. But the biggest change of all? Kobbie Mainoo returned. And Carrick did not just bring him back into the squad, he rebuilt the midfield around him. Mainoo started receiving deeper in build-up. The tempo became calmer. The transitions became controlled instead of chaotic. For the first time in months, Mainoo looked free, confident, creative, fearless again. And once that happened, the rest of the team started transforming too. But nobody truly believed in the transformation until the first 2 matches under Carrick. Manchester City, Arsenal, the 2 biggest tests possible. Against City, United looked fearless for the first time in years. Instead of sitting deep and surviving, Carrick's side pressed aggressively in midfield and attacked transitions instantly. Mainoo completely controlled the rhythm of the game. Bruno Fernandes finally had structure around him instead of carrying every attack alone. And suddenly, Manchester City looked uncomfortable. Then came Arsenal, and this was the match that made people realize something serious was happening. United looked compact, disciplined, emotionally connected. Every player understood their role. The defensive line stayed organized. The midfield traps worked perfectly. And the craziest part? The improvement looked natural. Carrick brought calmness back to the club. No tactical overcomplication, no emotional chaos, no public drama. That mentality spread across the squad. And suddenly, players who struggled under Amorim started exploding. Benjamin Sesko became devastating in transition football. Cunha added creativity and aggression between the lines. Mainoo transformed into one of Europe's best young midfielders. Even the defense started looking composed under pressure. This is what elite coaching does. It does not just improve tactics, it restores belief. And by the end of the season, Manchester United completed one of the most unbelievable recoveries in Premier League history. From 15th place under Amorim to finishing 3rd under Michael Carrick.
Last summer's signings delivered immediately. Sesko transformed the attack. Cunha added intensity and technical quality. The younger players improved massively under structure. Now, the board wants to complete Carrick's system. And the focus is obvious. Midfield control, athleticism, balance. The club has already signed Ederson from Atalanta. A perfect midfielder for Carrick's transition football. Aggressive defensively, progressive in possession, physically dominant. Manchester United are also closely monitoring Fernandes from West Ham. Another midfielder capable of adding control and intensity.
But the biggest target may still arrive. Sandro Tonali, a midfielder built for Premier League title races. Elite positioning, aggressive pressing, completely press-resistant under pressure. Exactly the type of player Carrick wants beside Mainoo. Then comes the left-back position. Modern football depends on width and athleticism. That is why Lewis Hall remains one of United's biggest priorities. Young, explosive, technically elite, perfect for Carrick's structure. And then there is the right wing. Because if United truly want to win the league next season, they need one more elite attacking profile. That is why names like Rafael Leao and Morgan Rogers are being discussed internally. Leao offers explosive transition football. Morgan Rogers adds physicality, creativity, and tactical flexibility. Either signing changes the attack completely. And suddenly, this squad starts looking frightening.
This is not the Manchester United side from 2 years ago. This is a completely different football structure. And that is why people are underestimating them. Because most fans are still emotionally attached to the disaster period under Amorim. But football changes quickly when the structure changes. And under Michael Carrick, Manchester United finally have something they have lacked for years. Identity. Not moments, not individual brilliance. A genuine football identity. That is how title-winning teams are built. And if the board delivers the final pieces this summer, Manchester United are not just returning to the title race next season, they are winning the Premier League.